Welcome into another video where I'm going through into the zombies mode with all the weapons inside of Black Ops 6 to see just how viable these are for all of us to be using to slay the undead. So if you're new to my channel, generally, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. Consider smashing that subscribe button, turning on the bell notifications, as you're not going to want to miss out any future uploads for myself. Now down below in the description you can find two amazing things. Number one being the link to my Twitch streams. We are live over there every single night, Monday to Thursday. I'd love to see you guys pop in. As well, you can find the link for my Zhorde community Discord, which is built upon players helping out other players. So if you need an Easter egg completion inside of Black Ops 6, or you're just looking for like a good community to hang around with and game with, feel free to join down below in the description. Now in today's video, we're diving into something I generally love to do, and if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that is viewer suggestions. Today we have another one from JRW, who says to try out the Cypher 91. So in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take this Cypher 91 inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies and see just how viable is this to be using. Is it good at taking out elites? Is it good at completing steps of the Easter egg? And how does it work at the very end against Sam inside of the boss fight? So without further ado, let's dive into the Cypher 91 review video today and find out. Welcome in to today's video. We're going to be looking at the Cypher 91 in that beautiful Nebula final camo for zombies, which I think is awesome. Let's go in and check our bins here. Come on, nothing? Man, I'm telling you, my trash bin luck is just no good. Grenade. Wow, okay, well, we got a whole lot of nothing out of the bins on this run. Let's get our free 170 spare change from Quick Revive. 170 off the rip. I can see why this was a suggestion. Now, if you don't know, there is the vending machine here right by Klaus, and if you crouch in melee, you can sometimes get amazing loot, such as Pack 1 crystals. Pack 1, 312 at just the base rarity. I was pretty happy to get a Pack 1 crystal, I'm not gonna lie. Around 3, that's pretty amazing. And you can see that bumped us up now to a solid 312 on a crit shot. Awesome numbers. Yeah, no problems here at all. Alright, there we go. Definitely decent damage. Let's go ahead and take it to green, Pack 1 now, and see what this increase gives us. 468. Yep, a solid 468 at green Pack 1. Definitely some good numbers. Let's throw on Cryo Freeze and see how we handle the Fowler Mangler for the Easter egg step, because this Mangler is extremely tanky. 53 before we cracked that faceplate, and then we're able to do 702 on damage. Now I wanted to try and, finish this up with my last zombie, but I think I got him right here when I fired into my Mangler. Or the Cannon Blast took him out. And now we've got all the other zombies spawning in here. We've got our elite, the elite Elder Disciple. We've got our gas zombies spawning in. Lots of extra stuff. I managed to kill my final zombie, so the start of round 8 is spawning in. This death went all kinds of sideways wrong for trying to keep my last zombie and deal with just the Fowler Mangler. But you can see we're definitely making quick work of the Fowler Mangler when I'm able to get shots in. Come here. Let's just activate Shroud and finish off this game. There's the 1,000,000 damage tick. Oh my. We just got 1,000,000 damage on the Fowler at green Pack 1. Alright, let's crack the Elder, get our Fowler Mangler Injector, and we are out of here. Alright, let's go ahead and take this now to blue Pack 1 and see. Now this is, on blue Pack 1 is usually where I feel comfortable to start this step of the Easter egg, where we're going to call in an Uber Klaus. Now we need to go ahead and turn him into Forsaken. So we're going to need to take off both of his power core shoulder plates. But before we do that, I spawn him in, and then I make my way straight downstairs over to where our Klaus is. Because if you didn't know, you can go ahead and get Klaus activated before you've even collected all 4 of the parts for him. Also, in this location upstairs from Klaus, you will find a painting which is needed to go ahead and pick up your Aether Blade later on in the game. So now I bring our Uber down here. We need him to put a charge shot anywhere in that area. As soon as we hear a voice line from Klaus, we know we've got him activated. At this point, I make my way back upstairs to the Forsaken room, and what I'm looking to do here is just remove his 2 shoulder cores so I can get him to stand on that electrical pad to my left here. So what we're just looking to take off one. There's one. Now we need to take off the other core and keep him alive, which is why I like to do this step early in my games before I've gone and increased my weapon to just crazy power levels that I can just, you know, ventilate our Uber Klaus. This is definitely something I like to do nice and early, and I like to get it done doing exactly as you're watching. This is exactly how I do it every single game. It's exactly how I make fairly easy work of, you know, this step. I bring him over to here. And there we go. Now he's going to turn into the Forsaken. Now, if you don't know, during the Forsaken fight, if you just get the core to come out of the Forsaken, what's going to happen is he will fly around, and if you don't kill him, he will eventually spawn in your Commando Mech Klauses, and you can go ahead and get your second arm from the Mech Klauses that spawn in during the Forsaken fight. So right here, as you can see, I've sped up the footage. I've just kind of run around. I'm looking to get the core to come out of the Forsaken and get my arm from the Mech Klauses that have spawned in during the step. So they've spawned in now. We're just going to try and focus in on the arms and see if we can't get one. I'm going to backtrack over where we killed all of the Mecha Klauses, and lo and behold, there we go. We've got our second Klaus arm. So at this point, we don't need our Forsaken anymore. We can just go ahead and get rid of him. I pop that insta-kill there and make sure I finish off my Forsaken using that insta-kill. But this is, you know, a fairly easy way to go ahead and get this step done and make, you know, quick work of it and get a couple things completed. If you're on this step and you don't have all of your Klaus parts, just take your time with this step and you can go ahead and get your next arm on this step. Now, I do want to let you know, we have also run this as a group and got both Klaus arms during this Forsaken step. We just had to wait for multiple mech spawns to show up. So nice little tip. Thought it would help you guys out. I'm thoroughly enjoying running the Reckoning. It is definitely a map that I have a ton of fun just playing, just dropping in and playing. I really enjoy Reckoning. Let me know if you guys agree and if you've been playing a ton of Reckoning since release as well down below in the comments. That was something I definitely would love to find out from you all. So now we're going to make our Gorg effects wonder weapon, which we need to go ahead and continue on with the Easter egg. All right, now we're going to take this up to Epic Pack 1. And let's see, how does this handle zombies? Epic Pack 1. 936 on a crit. And if you come to this location in the T1 Mutant Research Test area where the Fowler Injector is, where you do that step, and where Deadshot is, and PhD, you can hang out right here, and everything kind of funnels at you in one direction, and you can make fairly easy work of rounds, focusing and getting your crit shots to make sure you get that done. So if you need some camos stuff, this is definitely a good spot to go ahead and do that, so you can knock those out. But 936 Epic Pack 1, really good damage with this for sure. All right, let's go ahead and take this to Pack 2 Epic now and see, you know, what are we looking at? We're almost at 1,000 at Pack 1 Epic. So Pack 2 Epic puts it at just under 2,000. 1,872 on a crit shot consistently, which is some pretty remarkable damage for the Cypher 91 right now. Round 15, no problems whatsoever, like at all. Just absolutely clapping everything in front of me. No problems. This is a very, very good suggestion, and I can see what you were thinking, JRW. Thank you so much. And to all of you watching, keep those suggestions coming, because I am having an absolute blast running them, and truly, you guys have found some awesome, awesome weapon combinations to run. So definitely keep them up, and credit to all of you in the comment section for all the weapon suggestions. Thank you so very much. Alright, so let's go ahead and increase this damage again a little bit more. We want to get it to as much damage as possible, right? So let's go take this to Legendary now and see what we're at. Legendary Pack 2. 2496 is our consistent crit damage at Legendary Pack 2 before Deadshot. Ooh, double points. Heck yeah. Let's grab that. Let's go. And make that money. Awesome. So we're just under 3,000 crit damage, Legendary Pack 2. All right, now we're up to Legendary Pack 3. Let's go ahead and get our Aether Blade, and we'll see how Legendary Pack 3 handles our Elder Disciple before Deadshot. Should be spawning in now. Here we go. 4,992, and we ventilated that Elder Disciple. Holy smokes. Okay, yo, that was impressive. That was very impressive. And now I have my Aether Blade. So let's dive down to the Wonder Fizz machine, and let's go ahead and complete the Perkaholic. So we have every single perk inside of Black Ops 6. We're max damage, all perks. It's time to dive up into the boss fight and see how does this handle. So we're going to go ahead and take on Sam, and then we're going to stop on our second elevator stop on the way up, where we got to shoot our ether crystals, which spawns in an absolute boatload of zombies. And I'm really curious to see how does this handle that at max damage with all the perks. So we got one crystal there. It's not every one when you're solo. When you're with a group of 4, it's every one. Just so you don't, if you didn't know. Using my Aether Blade to get that speed boost to keep my distance. Trying to find the crystals. Using the Aether Blade again. Try and clear out some of the riffraff from behind me. Alright, now that's it. Once you hear Richtofen's quote, you've got all of your crystals. How does it handle crowd control? I would say resoundingly well. 6,040 consistently at max damage output on the Cypher 91. I'm feeling incredible confident. Let's dive into the boss fight. 824 off the rip. That is good damage. Oh my goodness. All right, how about a laser attack? What are we looking at crits? 1440, that's 1. That's 2. Ooh, I might be able to get into 3. 1, 2, come on. Oh, we can get into the middle. Nice. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Yeah, keep that crit pointing at me, Sam. Beautiful. All right, what are we looking at on spin attack? 1,075, good numbers, good numbers. Very solid damage on the spin attack. Very solid damage on the spin attack. All right. Focus in on the crits. 1440, 1. Oh, aim was a bit off there. If you're like deadly accurate with this, you're gonna be able to get through a lot of stuff after a red laser. Like, let's see here. Deadly accurate, 1. That's 2. And into the 3rd. So that's impressive. That is definitely impressive. There's not a ton of weapons that can take out 2 and partially 3 of Sam's crits in that section. So to look at the damage that Death Machine did. Yo, what? Did you see the health bar? Okay, yo, that was an entire phase with 1 Death Machine. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. There's the last crit into the red. Can we crack it? Yes. Oh my goodness. Yo, definitely an awesome suggestion with the Cypher 91. This is definitely something that you can take into the Sam boss fight and in Black Ops 6 Zombies and have a solid run with. This is definitely going to perform well in all situations. Definitely something I would recommend for boss fights. You can take in. It's going to do, some decent damage. As you can see right here, I am having no problems using this in this run today at all. Awesome, awesome suggestion. I think we're going to finish Sam off right here. So there we go. Yes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome suggestion. Thank you so very much. As you can tell, definitely the Cypher 91 is going to be an option for you guys to bring into Black Ops 6, run through your zombies, and even take on Samantha inside of the boss fight. I definitely feel like this is something that you can take in for richtofen as well, as it shoots straight and has consistent damage. So definitely something you can use. This is the build I put together on the Cypher 91 for today's run. So if you guys want to make any changes, work together as a community down below in the comment section so you all have one awesome build to use on the Cypher 91. A big thank you for everybody tuning in. If you haven't subscribed by now, consider doing so and help me reach my next goal of 6,400 subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all in the next one.